Hello friends, welcome to your 30-minute total ab workout. Today we are doing movements with and without weights. With that being said, all you need is a flat surface to work on, a clear view of your screen, and some dumbbells. I'll pop my weights up there as per usual. You can match me or you can go heavier or lighter, but keep in mind that with core, you don't really have to go too heavy. So I'll probably be sticking to the 2 kgs or the 4.5 pound dumbbells. Maybe for some of them, I'll crack out the 5s, but that seems a bit heavy, especially considering that we have 30 minutes to get through. Luckily, no repeats today. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you're ready, let's get moving. Alrighty, we're gonna start in a tabletop position, tucking the toes under. What I want you to do is push the ground away, lift the heels and hover for 3, 2, 1, drop it down. We're gonna do that again. Let's go, hover for 3, 2, 1, drop it down. We're just activating the core here first, and then we'll move into the weighted movements. And drop. Lift and hover for 3, 2, 1, and drop. And let's go. 3, 2, 1, and drop. Lift and hover for 3, 2, 1, and drop. 10 more seconds. Lift and hover. 3, 2, 1, and drop. Last time. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off today. Next up, as you can see, we are doing a bear plank walk-in. So we're gonna start in a bear position, hovering. We're gonna walk our feet out into a nice strong plank and then walk it back in, all right? If you want, you can drop to your knees, lift, walk it out, walk it in, then drop. But if you wanna challenge yourself, keep your knees lifted the entire time. Really activating that core here. Make sure we're not lifting the booty up. Those knees are hovering about 1 inch off the ground. Great job. And let it relax. Great work. Couple more activation exercises. We're gonna do alternating dead bugs next. So onto your back for me. Feet at 90 degrees or legs at 90 degrees, arms up directly above you. And we're gonna extend opposite leg, opposite hand overhead. Then bring it back to center on the exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, slowly back to center. Keeping our back nice and flat to the ground. Good, use your breath. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, bring it back to center. We're gonna get to weights just now. Be patient. Extend. And back to center. Good job. Amazing. Great. Keeping our legs in tabletop position, flexing our toes towards us, hands pressed into the mat by our hips. We're gonna keep that 90 degree as best we can. Bend, drop the ankle down, bring it up. Drop it down and up. Really focus on, I want you to imagine all that lift of that ankle coming from our lower tummy here. So drop and squeeze lower tummy. Even if you just imagine it, trust me, it really helps with a mind-muscle connection here. Drop and lift. This is our last little activation, and then we're going into weights. So get ready. Amazing. All right, let it relax and go ahead and grab your weights. For our first weighted exercise, we are going to do weighted dead bugs. So feet in tabletop position, pressing our hand into the same side's knee and keeping tension there. So press in with your knee and push away with your hands, keeping the tension. Then we're gonna extend same side arm, same side leg, bring it back to center. So we're doing a different type of dead bug here, but trust me, this built my core strength like nothing else. Really focus on not only extending the arm and the leg, but also keeping the tension here on the side that doesn't have the weight. Can you feel your core? Great work. And let it relax. Okay, we're gonna do that again. These take some getting used to, but really try. You're bringing in your thigh and pushing it away at the same time, causing a little bit of compression. I call these compression dead bugs because of that. All right, other side, let's go. Extend and lengthen. Exhale as you bring it to center. Great work. Keep the compression going. Don't let it falter. Great work. Is it bad that I'm already shaking? We have a long way to go. Keep going. And let it relax. Okay. Next up, we're gonna do some tucks. So I'm gonna give you two options. Weight in hand, crunch it up. Extend with bended arms and bended legs, and then crunch it back. Or if you're feeling fancy and strong, you can extend nice and straight, almost into a hollow hold position. It's gonna leave it up to you. Good. Just make sure if you are trying to do the hollow hold that we're not peeling the whole back off the mat. This is not a place for a mouse to live. We're not doing a little mouse hole. We're keeping it nice and flat. Well done. Amazing, let it relax. Okay, now if you have two of the same weight, please grab those. If you don't, you can do this with one. So if you only have one, you're gonna crunch up to your feet like so. If you have two, you're gonna keep your arms nice and wide, crunch up and reach, keeping the shoulder blades off the ground as you lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Now legs don't have to be extraordinarily straight here. You can see mine have a little bend in them. It's because of my hamstrings, which are very tight. Good job. Get those shoulder blades off the ground on the exhale. And let it relax. Okay, we are gonna keep our legs still in the air. What's gonna happen now, weights down, we're gonna punch it up, alternating, reaching opposite hand to opposite toe here, all right? The whole goal is to peel the shoulder blade off the ground. If it's down here, you're not lifting high enough. So extend and reach. How high can you get that dumbbell towards your toes, while also keeping your hips steady. So if you're starting to sway with the legs, something's going wrong. So try and keep your hips planted. You can also do this without the weights if the weights are too much. And let it relax. Okay, drop one weight down, other weight up over your chest, bringing your legs up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drop down, then scoop it up, and straighten back out. We're only dropping as low as we can without the lower back lifting, even if that means you only get here, all right? We're focusing form over anything because as soon as the form compromises, so many negative things can start happening. Lower back pain, doming of the abs, separation of the abs, and we don't want that. So work within what you're capable of today. Keep breathing. And let it relax. Alrighty, we're gonna do a single side jackknives now. So dumbbell in one hand, other opposite leg extends, hand overhead. We're gonna crunch, reach hand to the toe, extend back out. Now the whole point here again is to get that shoulder blade lifted. So on the exhale, make sure you lift, just like that. Now, whether or not you have a flex or a point in your toes, completely up to you. I kind of switch around based on how I'm feeling. Right now, I'm flexing because I feel like it helps me get that contact. Great work. Whew. Let it relax. Alrighty, what's gonna happen now is we're gonna shift our knees over to one side, stacking our hips on top of each other, thighs pressed together, dumbbell overhead, chest up. We're gonna reach up. So we're crunching our chest towards the ceiling, seeing how close we can knit the rib to the same side hip. Try and make the connection. Get that side abdominal. Good, lift it higher. Use your exhales, no holding your breath. Beautiful work. All right, let's do that all on the other side, starting with the single side jackknife. So make sure dumbbells in other hand, extending that above the head. And get ready to cross and crunch and reach and lift. Let's go. Can you see how my shoulder blade is lifted? Not down here. Lift. Good. Great work. Let it relax. All right, shifting your knees over to the other side, stacking your hips on top of each other, chest up towards the ceiling, dumbbell in your hands. We're crunching the chest up on the exhales. Let's go. Good. Now, it's not a very big range of motion here, so if you're feeling like you're not lifting that high off the ground, it's normal, but it's about the connection here, knitting the rib to the same side hip. Good, don't hold your breath. Keep it going. Amazing. All right. Extend your legs out a little bit. Still have a bend in them. What's gonna happen now is we're gonna have the weight above our head and we're gonna crunch up and down, up and down. Now that is advanced and it's gonna be hard. So if you would just like to extend your arms, you can. Spine in neutral here, so it's not too important that it stays like completely pressed to the ground, but also don't have an arch. So somewhere in the middle. Now if your hands above your head are starting to fatigue you, bring them to your ears. And if that is still too much, you can just cross them over your chest. But the whole point here is having that weight or your hands above your head is adding an extra challenge. I don't think my upper abs have ever shook that much. All right, I'm switching out quickly to a heavier weight. We're gonna do some roll-ups. If you would like to follow suit, you can. Otherwise, stick with what you have. All right, feet bent, same as they were before. Big exhale, peel your vertebrae off the back. Send the weight nice and tall, and then slowly roll it down. Only control here. Big exhale, start to peel it up. And then slowly roll it down. Now we want to really make sure we're combating momentum. So I'm not doing this. That makes it easy because the weight of the weight sends you up. I want you to control it. Up, peeling the vertebrae one by one. Amazing. Wherever you are, roll it up one last time. We're gonna do some V-sit variations, the things on our booties. All right, we're gonna start with an A-frame twist. So I have my light dumbbell again. We're gonna have straight arms, tap it next to our hip. Up nice and high, other side. So we're drawing like an upside down V or an A here. Good, keep it nice and controlled. You can easily be doing this, right? But that's not what we want. Control. Hips staying nice and flat. And let it relax. All right, next up is gonna be, it's a little bit unconventional, but it's fun. So staying where we are, dumbbell in one hand, we're gonna punch it across the body, lean over slightly, bring it back to center, and then tuck the dumbbell into your hip, your back pocket. Repeat. Punch and tuck. Punch and tuck. Again, leaning back slightly. If you're up here, gonna be very easy, all right? The further you lean back, the easier. If you would like to extend your legs, if your hip flexors are feeling a little bit like they're taking a strain, try straighten your legs. Otherwise, you can stay right here. Ooh, feel that core, resisting that rotation. Ooh, that is burning. We're gonna do the other side now, so get ready. Ooh, feel that like deep all throughout my entire abdominal region. Same thing on the other side. Cross and tuck. Now what's great about this is we are shifting our center of gravity here, really forcing our abs to resist and stay nice and stable. Well done. Oh yeah. Can you believe we've almost been here for 20 minutes? right? How crazy is that? Well done. I know someone out there was like, yeah, I can believe it. My core is on fire. And let it relax. Great job. All right, you can drop the weights for this. We are going to do some V-sit cross crunches here. So fingertips by your ears, and we're gonna twist and twist. If having your fingertips by your ears is too much, you can have more of like a T position here. Just keep your elbows nice and wide, whichever variation you are. Because if you're like this, right, it's gonna be super easy. Peel those elbows away from each other. Good. Leaning back, whichever version you're doing. Woo. And let it relax. Whew. I'm gonna lift up, stretch out those abs for a second. We're gonna do some V-sit tucks next. Now you can choose. The further you place your hands behind you, the easier this will be. Out, in, in. Option to bring them closer to make it harder. Have less support behind you. And then even more of an option. No, I don't think I can do this today. My core is already fatigued. So I'm gonna be somewhere in the middle here. Keep it going. Peel the shoulders away. And up. Out and up. Don't hold your breath. Exhale, up. Inhale, lengthen. We are so close to being done with the V-sits, so don't give up yet. Then we're gonna do some plank work. Not any sort of plank hold, don't worry. But we're almost there. Okay, hands out in front of you, chest nice and open. We're gonna open up, touch the fingers behind you, back to center, other side. Again, you can straighten your legs if you feel like it, if your hip flexors are hurting. Keep it going. Nice and open with that chest. Try not to round too much. And let it relax. Okay, we're almost there. I promise. We're gonna do some V-sit pulses. I'm just on my back to take a little break. Whew. Actually, I'm actually gonna make us straighten our legs here, okay? Straighten your legs, leaning back. We're gonna pulse, pulse, pulse. Now here, I'm not too fussed with you having a very straight spine. You can have a slight curve here, tucking the hips slightly under. Palms facing up, pulse, pulse, pulse. Press your ankles into the ground, flex your feet. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Well done. Great job. Woo. We're so close. And let it relax. Okay. Isometric hold time, we're going to do an earthquake. Now I'm going to give you the option. You can either bend your knees, straighten your legs. It's completely up to you, but whatever you do, feel the ears, shoulders back away from your ears and lean back. Palms up. A little bit of a curve in your spine, nothing too straight. Slight curve is fine. And lean back 1 more inch. I know, this is your last V-sit hold type thing. Then we're gonna flip over for some plank stuff, all right? Lower 1 more inch. Can you feel the earthquake arriving? This is why it is named that. Drop it 1 more inch. Chest open, breathing, well done. Push. So close. 1 more inch. And let it relax. Let's flip it around. We only have 6 minutes on the clock. Can you believe it's almost been 30 minutes of abs? This is my longest ab workout on my channel thus far. All right, I'm taking a 5 kg, 11 pounds, plank position here. Grab it, send the hips up, reach for opposite toe, bring it back to center, fully into a plank. Lift and reach, drop it back. Now when you come back, make sure you're not stopping here. Drop the hips nice, straight into a plank. Well done. Amazing. All right, next up we're gonna do plank twists. You can take these on your knees or on your toes. So if you're on your knees, twist it up, bring it down, and then do the other side. If you're on a plank position, twist, open the chest, drop it down, all right? Now, whichever one you're doing, try and keep your hips as stable as possible. And if you are in a full plank, the wider you walk your feet, you'll be more stable. If you come like feet next to each other, it's gonna be harder. If you wanna challenge yourself, you can stack. But that's only, I don't know, if you have a death wish today for your core. Otherwise, this is just fine. Great work. All right, we're gonna do some side plank dips. I'm gonna grab a weight. You don't have to use a weight for this. Completely up to you. You can either be one leg bent, or you can stack and lift, drop and up, drop and up. I think I'm actually gonna do bent today. Now, whichever version you're choosing, relax your shoulder away from your ear. Push your forearm into the ground. Lift the hip high. How's your oblique? Let it relax. Let's do the other side. Same thing, make sure you're doing the same version. So if you were, feet stacked on top of each other, do the same thing. If you had one leg bent, do that. Great work. Drop and up. Lift those hips higher, push your forearm into the ground to lengthen through the side of your neck. We don't want this. It's gonna put strain. Well done. Come on. Lift your hips. We're so close to being done. Just over 2 minutes on the clock. Let it relax. All right, final 2 exercises. We'll do a dumbbell pull through. So in a plank position, you can be on your knees or your toes. If you're on your knees, reach through, pull it over to the other side, and then to the other side. Same thing in a plank. Remember, the wider your feet are, the more stable you'll feel. But whatever you're doing, make sure the hips don't rock side to side. Really try and resist that rotation. Ooh, the shakies are here. Let it relax. Final one, put that dumbbell in front of you, maybe on its side if it can. Stand like that, otherwise you can lay it flat. We're gonna do a plank hold, and we're gonna reach and touch. This is your final move. You can do the same thing on your knees. If you're on your knees, no crossing. Keep the shins parallel. Reach and touch. Reach and back. Try and minimize the sway of your hips. This is how I get you to hold the plank without actually telling you to hold the plank. Whew. And let it relax. My goodness, how was that for 30 minutes of abs? That actually flew by. That did not feel like 30 minutes if you ask me. Either way, you have earned yourself a big round of applause and a massive pat on your back. You just did 30 minutes of weighted abs. Well, with and without weights, but still, that is a big feat. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you liked it in the comments. This video is actually a request by one of you guys. I'm taking requests at the moment, so drop your workout class wish list in the comments and maybe, just maybe, it'll catch my eye and I'll make it a reality. Otherwise, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 10K very soon. And yeah, it's a lot of fun around here, so I'd love to see your face again. Otherwise, well done for showing up for yourself today. I hope you have a lovely day because you do deserve it, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, friends.